Robert Kennedy Jr.'s real campaign platform. Medical privacy and bodily autonomy? Not for transgender minors. Kennedy recently called gender-affirming care a non-existential issue, but he has weighed in on it, backing a ban on certain treatments, including puberty blockers and hormone therapy, for minors. His running mate, Nicole Shanahan, agrees. Not for pregnant people either if you ask his VP pick. The campaign stance right now is very much, looking at terms and limits, and the campaign very much supports limits on abortion. When asked at what period the Kennedy campaign would want to set limits on abortion, Shanahan responded, it, moves around between 15 and 18 weeks. Vaccines are bad, actually. A mountain of scientific study links autism to early vaccination with certain vaccines. Tax-free crypto schemes are great. I really started investigating Bitcoin, and the more that I learned about it, the more I fell in love with it and fell in love with the community. It's democracy. It's a guarantee of democracy, that decentralization. Says bonkers things about Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi radiation opens up your blood-brain barrier, so all these toxins that are in your body can now go into your brain. Says awful things about autistic people. I bet that you've never met anybody with full-blown autism your age. Head banging, football or helmet on, non-toilet trained, non-verbal. I mean, I've never met anybody like that my age. Blames gender dysphoria and being trans on chemicals. I think a lot of the problems we see in kids, and particularly boys, it's probably underappreciated how much of that is coming from chemical exposures, including a lot of the sexual dysphoria that we're seeing. Compares vaccination to the Holocaust. They get the shot, that night they have a fever of 103, they go to sleep, and 3 months later their brain is gone. This is a Holocaust, what this is doing to our country. Trivializes slavery. Kennedy recounted an anecdote about being at a gathering without a mask when an NBC News crew approached him. He humorously pointed out, "They asked me why I wasn't wearing a mask, which, nobody was, except for the NBC film crew." The crowd responded with laughter. When questioned about his fear of contracting COVID-19, Kennedy told the crowd, "There's a lot worse things than dying. Like living like a slave." Makes racist conspiratorial comments about Jews and Chinese people. COVID-19. There is an argument that it is ethnically targeted. COVID-19 attacks certain races disproportionately. COVID-19 is targeted to attack Caucasians and black people. The people who are most immune are Ashkenazi Jews and Chinese.